What's up, guys? Okay, I think top-down is going to be the easiest way for me to film this, so hopefully that will work. So I am into game cases, original boxes where I can, game cases, a reproduction box where I have to. Ever since the universal game cases were discontinued, it's been getting really hard to find aftermarket cases for cartridge games. Most of the sellers, all of the sellers that I used to get from on eBay have either disappeared or just don't have stock anymore because they can't get universal game cases. So there was a ad on Facebook for GamingRelics.com. They had a lot of comments, a lot of people were posting pictures. So even though I don't usually trust Facebook advertisements, it looked like it was worth a shot. And so we put in an order for 6 cases. And we've got 4 different types of cases here. We have the Super Nintendo, we have the original Nintendo, Game Gear, and the original Game Boy. And so we're going to be doing a review on these. It is not paid. I bought these myself. Their site is very straightforward, very easy to use, very well done. These cases were, the big ones were $7.99 a piece. I think the Game Gear was $7.49 and the Game Boy was $6.99. Shipping was free, but there's no buy 2 get 1 free or buy 3 get 1 free, which was one of the nice things about the sellers that I used to buy from on eBay. But I also understand it because these cases aren't cheap in their own right, and they're still not terribly easy to find, and you got to be able to make money somewhere. This is still a lot cheaper than buying original boxes for these. Even reproduction boxes from Box My Games are started around $12 a piece. So, first impressions, the printing is pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with it. This all looks backwards to me, so I'm going to try to correct it in post. We'll see how it goes. It should be right side up, but I don't know. We'll see. Now these are listed. This one doesn't have it on it, but they're decently thick. These are a lot nicer than the replacement cases that we were sent when I worked at GameStop. Those were really terrible. You would not have gotten 6 unbroken cases in a box. This is the Game Boy size, the size of a DS case, and about an original Game Boy box as well. And then you just snap in, and that holds pretty tight. And then I need to buy a manual for it, but add it to the list. And then you can put the manual on the inside, and then you're good. So I'm happy with that. Moving on to the Game Gear, they actually have a hang tab on them. I will not be hanging them, but I'm also not going to rip the hang tab off. All the text on the back is very legible, very clear. I don't see any blurring or smudging. So these were printed on a decent quality printer. Good front cover art, it's nice and sharp, colors are good. Tight fitting on there as well, so it snaps closed. Inside the website, there's a website for customgamecases.com that I assume is their supplier. You could probably cut out the middleman and save a little bit going directly through them, but unless you have a high quality color laser printer, it's not worth it. You would have to print hundreds and hundreds of these to actually make it worth it, because a quality laser printer will cost you close to $1,000. And for most people, it's just not worth it. So let's see. Nice and sharp, nice and tight. I like it. I really like it. Now another thing to note is that they sent these 3 to a box. So if you're going to order, I would try to order in multiples of 3. Just to make it a little bit easier on them as they're packing it. And just keep that in mind. You'll probably have 3 to a box, so if you order 30, you're probably going to be looking at 10 boxes. So just try to be somewhat nice to them. You know, if you have free shipping, just gotta be somewhat nice to them. Now we get into the original Nintendo, which with the Universal game cases, a lot of times the original Nintendo games didn't fit. So again, these honestly look and feel like the PC, I call them mid-box games, but not a big box, but not a jewel case. Again, customgamecases.com. On the inside, everything is nice and sturdy. And let's see. Okay. Hopefully next time I'll be able to do that upside down. It is still a snug fit. You have to put the bottom in first, and then you snap the top down. So we'll try to show that a little better on the next one. And then it snaps tight, really nice. I'm really happy with these for $8 a piece so far. So we'll get into Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, a very expensive game that I got for $14 because I don't know what my local store was doing, but I am not going to ask questions. And it was marked as Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It was not labeled as the Punch-Out without Mike Tyson. So these in here keep it up, so you'll want to put some pressure down. Even pressure, snap it in, and we're golden. And then lastly, we have Pilot Wings. Now, Super Nintendo and N64, you have the option of the vertical case or the retail case. I always prefer to get the retail case. Unfortunately, the one that they scanned was a relabel. So it's got the original sticker printed, or the over sticker printed on there, but that's alright. I will just have to learn to get over it, because that kind of thing would annoy me. But that's alright. If it was that big a deal, I would. And you saw that, right? I broke it. So these have, let me go in one way. Okay. So with Super, you have to put this side in first. No, I don't think so. Still trying to figure out how these go in, because that holds it awful loose and the clips aren't even in on the back. I'm sure you can see. Yeah, so it has to go in this way. So the nice thing is that even though I just completely broke this one piece off, that's actually in there. It's pretty tight still. I can live with that. You just got to be careful when you put these in, because some of them are designed to only go in one way. Okay, so we have Boxstar Games. Let's go see how they look on the shelf. Alright, so up here we have quite a mix. These are our Box My Game cases. This is a Universal game case. This is a Box My Games reproduction box, and Dr. Mario Monopoly are original boxes. So they really do blend together really nicely. I wish the repros were a little bit thinner, but I understand. But the plastic would be too thin, and I wouldn't be happy with them. Over here we've got Universal game cases, original box, Gaming Relics box. Most of my 64 stuff is original box, so I like it. We'll order some more once we have some more money to play with. We've still got 5 NES games that are loose, and I've still got a stack of 64 games that are loose. There's at least 3 in there that I want to box. Pro Skater, Diddy Kong Racing, and NBA Courtside I want to put boxes for. So These are actually very, very satisfying. I'm very happy with them. Alright, so I don't really have much of anything else to say other than these are pretty cool. And it's still really dark in here, and I really don't have a way to get more light into this room, and it sucks. So, thank you for watching. Go check them out at gamingrelics.com. Or if you're wanting something that's more of an original box type, which would be like an actual reproduction box, but is clearly labeled as reproduction. Like there's no barcode in it. So you would not be able to sell one of these as a legitimate box. It's very obvious reproduction. They're a little bit more expensive, but that's also an option. That's out at boxmygames.com. And of course the stands are all from rosecoloredgaming.com. These are all things that I've heard about either through the community or Relics was through Facebook ads. This is all stuff that makes the game room twice as cool. So thank you for watching. If you're gonna complain about the lighting, these walls are 4 bricks thick, and I have no way to get power to anything. So there's really not even a way to get more light back on this side. And it's frustrating and it's annoying, and there's not really much that we can really do about it. So it's just what we have to work with for right now.